IELTS Listening. Section 4. You will hear a lecturer giving a lecture about the importance of sleep. First, you have sometimes to look at questions 31 to 40. Now we shall begin. You should answer the question as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer the questions.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's health science lecture. Our topic may sound simple, but it's incredibly important and often underestimated. And that is the role of sleep in our daily lives. Sleep is something we all do, but few of us truly understand just how vital it is for both our body and our mind. Let's start with the brain. While we're asleep, our minds are far from inactive. In fact, one of sleep's most crucial roles is helping us consolidate information. The brain processes all the data we collect during the day, things we learn, see, or experience, and turns them into memories. Without enough rest, we struggle to retain even basic knowledge, which explains why pulling an all-nighter before an exam is usually counterproductive. Now, aside from mental processing, there's a lot happening physically too. During the deeper stages of sleep, especially slow-wave sleep, the body enters recovery mode. This is when it goes about restoring worn-out muscles, healing small injuries, and rebuilding cells. Damaged tissues are mended most effectively during this stage, which is why athletes and gym-goers are often told that sleep is just as important as training. Another area where sleep plays a key role is our natural defense system. That's right, the immune system. A lack of proper sleep can make you more vulnerable to illnesses. Studies have found that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night are more likely to catch viruses like the common cold or flu. So if you find yourself constantly getting sick, your sleep might be partly to blame. Now let's talk about the mind. Chronic sleep loss has been linked to a decline in mental well-being. People who are sleep-deprived often report feeling anxious, irritable, or even depressed. Over time, insufficient rest can lead to long-term health problems such as anxiety disorders or mood imbalances. So sleep isn't just a break from the day. It's essential self-care. We should also consider how sleep affects our attention span and processing speed. A person who hasn't slept well is likely to have slower reactions, whether they're driving a car, answering a question, or solving a puzzle. This is one reason sleep deprivation is sometimes compared to being drunk. Both impair your cognitive functions. Now, how much sleep do we actually need? It depends on the age group. Teenagers, for example, are going through growth and brain development, and they typically require between 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night. Unfortunately, many teens get far less than that, especially with schoolwork, mobile phones, and social media keeping them awake late. What causes these disruptions in sleep? One of the most common factors is stress. High-pressure jobs, academic pressure, financial worries, all these contribute to sleepless nights. And sometimes it's not just the amount of stress, but also the time of day we experience it. Evening anxiety, for instance, can delay sleep onset. Another major reason for sleep problems today is exposure to light, especially artificial light. Devices like smartphones, tablets, and laptops emit blue light, which tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime. This interferes with the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals the body it's time to wind down. As a result, we stay awake longer and sleep more poorly. To improve sleep, doctors and researchers suggest practicing something called sleep hygiene. Now, hygiene doesn't just refer to cleanliness. In this case, it includes a set of habits and routines that promote restful nights, like going to bed at the same time every day, avoiding caffeine in the evening, and limiting screen time before sleeping. Lastly, one simple tip. Try not to eat heavy meals just before going to bedtime. Digesting a large meal takes energy and can keep the body active long after you're trying to rest. A light snack is fine, but big dinners should be finished at least 2 hours before you hit the pillow. So, to sum it all up, sleep helps us form lasting memories, repair our bodies, support immunity, and stay mentally sharp. Treating sleep as a priority rather than an afterthought is one of the best things you can do for your long-term health. Thanks for listening. And remember, a good night's sleep is often the best medicine.
That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Please make sure you have transferred all your answers to the answer sheet correctly. The listening test is now over. You may now proceed to the reading section.